And we're back with some more Western Michigan Broncos franchise mode in FHM 9. And in this one, we are going to start the year number 1 simulation. But before we do, let's go over the lines. So the first line is Birch, Sasson, and McDonald. Then you have Granger, Went, and Perbix. Then Hilbrand, Shingoth, and Gallant. And then Knubel, Walters, and Thrun. And then on defense, you have Fiedler and Fope, Berger and Galambos, Hilsendagger, and Bauer. And then in goal, you have Hambly and Rowe. Of course, the lines are going to be up to the head coach, Matt Becca, who we just signed last episode. Looks pretty good all around. He's got an offensive physical policy, so it'll be interesting to see how the team gels with that. I have to say something about the red shirts here. I like the concept of it, but here's the thing. The game doesn't show you anything on it besides the hidden intelligence attribute, which you have to go into edit attributes to see. I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not. I mean, if you're going to have something as random as that, then handle it like you handle the injury tendencies and show me how likely it is that this specific player is going to continue to be on my roster, you know? Because I understand it. It has a little bit of challenge, right? But for me, if there's something that's that random and it's out of my control, I at least want to know how likely it is that it is to happen, you know? And I don't want to have to go all the way into hidden attributes to find out what his intelligence is. So like if Rowe's intelligence is 12, I expect that to be maybe a 60% passing rate, right? Like maybe there's a 40% chance that he goes into the season not being able to participate because of a bad grade. But I don't know that for sure. Like just show me something that tells me how likely it is that each player will continue to be on my team. I just feel like that's a really big thing for the NCAA experience in particular, and for there to not be anything on it besides a hidden attribute. So I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind on that as we progress through this series, but it definitely feels like that's something that you should be able to know. Because here, like, 2 of our top players are ineligible to play this year, all because of their grades not being up to par, and I had no way of knowing how intelligent they were until I looked at their hidden attributes. So yeah, that definitely bothers me a bit, but I guess we'll work around it for now. And like I said, who knows, maybe my mind will change on all of that as we go throughout the simulation. But if there's something that random, I really want to see how likely it is. I feel like that should be something that they implement in a later update. Again, it just feels like there should be some sort of information there for me to see. And then on top of that, not to mention, you have to deal with injuries, right? So like with 2 completely random factors in play like that, this series is definitely going to be interesting. Okay, so we have gone through October. We're on November 1st now. National Signing Day is soon, so we have to keep that in mind. We are currently 7-1, so not a bad start to the season at all. We are 3rd in the NCHC, and apparently 4th in the entire NCAA, so not bad. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at the grades. You got 83 grade for Cam Rowe, our goaltender, and 55 for William Hambly, so Rowe definitely appears to be the better of the 2. Let's see the goalie stats. Oh yeah. Rowe is much better. 953 save percentage compared to an 848. And that's in similar amount of games too. 5 and 4 games played. Yikes. That is not a good look for Hambly. Even though he's the higher star talent, he's not the better goaltender, it appears. Yeah, it appears Rowe is definitely our guy, at least for right now. Point-wise, you have Birch with 12 points in 7 games played, 10 points for Sasson, 7 for Went, 8 for Knubel, 7 for Berger and Galambos. So quite a few guys who are point per game or nearly point per game. Larkin, Granger, and Bauer all with 5. You have 4 for Hillebrand, Gallant, Perbix, and Fiedler. You got Shingoth, Walters, Fope, and Hilsendagger with 3. You got 2 for Rome and McDonald, 1 for Wash and Thrun. Everybody else was 0. And let's take a look at the team stats. Goals for per game. We are 4th in the league with a 4.25. Not bad at all. Goals against per game. We are 30th in the league with a 2.75. Now that's not as bad as it seems, given that we are 30th. But remember, this is a 61 team league, where the worst is Bemidji State with a 4.67. So we're not actually that bad. We're not as bad as we seem. And then there are some teams up here, like Michigan State, who have a 1.38. Face-offs, where are we for face-offs? Oh goodness, we are terrible at face-offs. 45.5, not good. Power play, we are absolutely dreadful at the power play. 8.3, ouch. And the penalty kill, also pretty dreadful. 72.2. So despite being 7-1, our special teams are horrible. That'll be interesting to try to fix. So I think with that, we'll advance up to November 10th and we'll do National Signing Day. Ooh, Galambos goes down with an injury for 1 to 2 months, and he is, I believe, our best defenseman. Yeah, he is our best defenseman. Not good. Not a good one there. Why is a forward, Hilbrand, on D when we have 2 defensemen who aren't dressed? Oh, right, because they're red. Right, they're red shirts. Yeah, so we're going to have to... We can't exactly call anybody up, and there's no free agents, so what do we do here in this instance? Walk-on players. Aside from a recruitment system, if you need a player in emergency, for example, if you can't dress enough players for a game due to injuries, find a walk-on option on the roster screen actions menu. We'll find a player for you. They'll first attempt to assign a college-eligible free agent to you. This player has assumed to already be attending your college and joins the team as a walk-on player with no scholarship. If no such player can be found, the game will generate a new one of very poor quality for you. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I can find a walk-on. Okay. So what exactly do I need here? Looks like I need a right defenseman. So find a walk-on RD. How does this work? Oh, okay. So someone randomly joins. Oh yeah, I can. Oh wow, that is terrible. I might just honestly switch one of the forwards to D. That sounds better. might just have like Jamison Rome or something play defense, because even though he's a natural forward, all these ratings are significantly better than Michael Black here. Oh my goodness, that is terrible. Yeah, I think I'll just switch Trevor Bishop. So change position, right defense, there you go. And it still, for some reason, is putting Black in there instead of Jacob Bauer, who is a natural defenseman, who has much higher ratings than Michael Black. Coach, what are you doing? I would seriously like to know what is going through Matt Becca's mind to put Michael Black in there over Jacob Bauer, who is healthy and is not a redshirt. That's an odd one there. Yeah, I don't think I realized how bad poor quality meant. This is terrible. Yeah, defenseman Michael Black, who had been attending your school but not playing hockey. Oh goodness. So that's what they meant. They literally just took some average Joe off the street and said, "You're dressing now. You're playing for our team." Oh man, that's a bit rough. That's a bit rough. And I guess it's good that there's a way to deal with that, like without having a free agent system in place. But man, that is rough stuff. With how bad his ratings are. Oh, it appears he does have a playing history. He apparently played with the Chippewa Steel of the NAHL for the past 2 years. So I guess that was just randomly generated. And here we go. We have National Signing Day now. Curious as to how this works. There's a draft order. Okay, we're at number 7. So we don't have a proper scouting grade on any of these guys. So it looks like we're just going to be taking shots in the dark here for the most part. Okay, so it does show intelligence rating on here. I guess that's good. I mean, it's a start for what I was saying earlier, right? About show me how likely it is that one of these players is going to continue being on my roster. But it's good to see that at least the intelligence stat is shown on the National Signing Day screen. That is good to know. So I guess we'll just go to the next nomination here, as there's not much we can do until our own nomination. Denver has nominated James Reeder, a 17-year-old from Glenview, Illinois, currently playing for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Your scouts rate his current ability and potential as a 1.5 and a 5-star potential. Do you wish to attempt to compete in this player's final signing decision? Show player. What was his intelligence at? 8? Ooh, I don't know. Does that mean like he's likely to fail and not be a part of my roster? Because if that's the case, I don't know. Like, is there a reason to not do this? I mean, he looks decent enough. It looks like he could succeed at this level. I'm just worried about that intelligence stat. And if I try to take another team's nominated player here, does that mean I like have to forfeit my own nomination? Or I guess we'll just see what happens here. If I do attempt to compete for his final signing decision, it seems like he's one of the best players available just based off his potential. So I suppose I should. I just hope there's no like terrible consequence for failing at this. And even if I do succeed at signing him, like, is there like a catch to it? Is there like, do I have to forfeit a nomination or something? I would guess not, just because it's not telling me anything about that. But I don't know. I'm entirely new to this, so I guess we'll just see what happens if I offer him a full scholarship here. Unfortunately, Reader has turned your offer down. He's decided to attend Denver next season. Okay, so it's just sort of random. All right. So if I click next nomination, is that same thing going to happen? Yeah. So it's going to do this for every player here. So this guy's a 2-star ability, 5-star potential. And if I take a look at his intelligence, 10. So he's more likely to be on my roster every year. I'll offer him a scholarship. Okay, he's turned me down. I would guess that this has to do with, was he born in Minnesota or something? No, he was born in San Jose. As you can tell, I'm still trying to figure out how all this works, because it's definitely a lot different from the draft, even though it does have, I mean, it does have similarities, of course, but you know, it's a different system. Like, is there any chance of me getting any players who are nominated by other teams, or is it always just gonna go with the team that's nominating them? That's what I'm wondering, because so far I'm 0 for 2 on this. Let's see, offer a full scholarship, turn my offer down. Okay, offer full scholarship, yeah, he turned me down. Oh, okay. So he's not attending Michigan, but Ohio State. So Ohio State also bid on him, and he just liked Ohio State better, I guess? Yeah, so he was nominated by the Michigan Wolverines, but he was actually signed by the Ohio State Buckeyes. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely a completely different system than what I'm used to. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. So another situation where the nominated team did not get the player. So Michael Fisher didn't go to the Northeastern Huskies, but he went to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So I wonder, like, is there a stat that determines? So I guess the whole scouting system does have something to do with this in regards to the scouting strength. Oh, this guy's good. Sam Rinzel, 2.5-star ability, 5-star potential. Really good offensive defenseman, it looks like. Intelligence at 11. So that's not too high, but still, really good player. Can I give him a scholarship? No, he's turned me down. He's going to attend Minnesota. Okay, so this is my nomination now. See, here's the thing. Like, you're not exactly guaranteed a player that you nominate here. So if I approach to sign someone like Bruno Bruveris here, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to join me. Very much different from the draft, as we're seeing. Because we're only 6 picks in, and so far already 2 players have gone to different teams than the team that nominated them. Certainly a very interesting way to go about the draft. Ooh, Will Smith, 2.5-star ability, 5-star potential. Some really good ratings there. I'm hesitant to make any pick here because, like, I don't know if is it gonna be wasted, or like, because there's always the possibility of another team snagging him up. Man, I don't know. I wish I could filter by state instead of just nationality in this instance, because to my understanding, players from Michigan are more likely to join us. All right, I mean, I'll try for Will Smith here. I'm a little nervous about this. Nominate Will Smith, offer a full scholarship. Okay. He has decided to attend Michigan State, a team within the same state as us. He has turned our offer down, and our selection goes to... I was afraid of that. Oh, man. This is certainly a very interesting way to have a draft. Oh, man. That sucks. He would have been perfect too. Like, he's a really well-rounded player for a college student. Like, 2.5-star ability, 5-star potential, 17 years of age. And now we don't even get another nomination until when? Like, 68 is our next pick. I have to go through 60 more picks of this just to get to my next pick. Oh, man. All right, I gotta get something here. I have to get something after that failed pick of Will Smith. Just give me somebody. Give me somebody here. No, he's decided to attend Michigan Wolverines. The same state and everything. Michigan State and Michigan. They're getting on my nerves. As another Michigan team, they're improving, but we're not, to no fault of our own. He has turned me down for Michigan. The Michigan Wolverines, they're stealing everybody. You know what? I'll try without giving a scholarship this time. Maybe that'll change something. I mean, it'll probably make it less likely, to be honest, but I just want to see what happens. Yeah, I figured so. Michigan State again. The Michigan Wolverines and the Michigan State Spartans are stealing everybody. Zion Green, 5-star potential, 1.5-star ability. No, he's attending Northern Michigan. Every Michigan team but us seems to be getting players. Like Michigan, Michigan State, Northern Michigan, but not Western Michigan. Actually, now that I think of it, how many picks are there in each draft? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not doing that much. I'm not doing that much. I'm not going through that many picks. I'm not going through 1,200 picks of not getting players. I mean, I get that you're not going to get every nomination, as we just saw with pick number 7 with Will Smith. And I also get that there's 61 teams in our league. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of picks, but this is a bit much to do one by one. It looks like our last pick is at 1,166. I'm not going through that many picks, man. That's too much. That is way too much. I'll go through up to like a certain point, but I'm definitely not doing that many picks. My goodness. And at this point, I'm not going to bother checking player profiles. I'm just going to fly through this. As long as it says 5-star potential, I'm offering them a scholarship. Because honestly, who knows? They're going to be able to get anybody here. 4.5, that's good enough for me. No. Okay. Michigan State. Oh, man. 5-star potential. Attending Colgate. Oh, man. 5-star potential. Going to Wisconsin. Just give me one player, please. Boston College just got 2 guys in a row. I can't get anybody. Just give me somebody, please. Full scholarship for a 4-star. Attending Michigan. Oh, man. Like, Michigan and Michigan State, I swear, have gotten like 5 players each so far. And here I am, offering everybody. I've yet to get one player. Michigan again. How are these teams getting players? I'm getting nothing. Am I doing this wrong? Am I, like, do I need to do something better? All right, pick 68. This is our second nomination. I mean, obviously, there's no verbal commitments yet because this is year number 1, and verbal commitments, I think, start on January 1st, right? So I imagine that might make it easier if we can, you know, actually get verbal commitments, but unfortunately, this just seems to be very random. Ooh, defenseman Zachary Sharp looks good. Come on, Sharp, join me. Join me. Give me a full scholarship. Oh my God, Michigan Tech. Every team from Michigan but me. I hate this. I already hate this. How many more picks do I have until my next pick? I think it's like 120 or something around there, isn't it? Yeah, 129. Normally, I'll just simulate till next human pick, but that is not how this works. I mean, I could understand, you know, going through 3 or maybe even 4 rounds of this. Like, I would go up to 200, somewhere around there. But, I mean, just the fact that there is 1,220 picks. I mean, it's a bit much. I don't know how far I'm going to go here. Okay, can I just give me one player, please? Just one player. That's all I'm asking. One player. Michigan Tech again. Oh, man. Every team from Michigan is improving except for my own team. Northern Michigan. This is like, oh, man. Like, what do I do? What do I need to do to get a player? I mean, this guy, Owen Baker, is actually from Michigan, and I still couldn't get him. I offered him a full scholarship and everything, and this is a very frustrating process. I mean, I could just say, stop asking me about other teams' nominations, but, like, am I cheating myself out of a player then? You know what, at this point, like, just stop asking me. I'm done doing this. I'm gonna advance to my next pick because clearly I'm not having any success on that front. All right, give me Matica, full scholarship. Thank God. Okay, it's about time. It is about time. Man, that's rough. That's rough. I guess I should have just done that earlier. I should have just made it so that it stops asking me about other teams' nominations. But still, like, I feel like I'm cheating myself out of a possible player. You know? But I guess it's better than going through all, like, 1,200 picks or whatever it is. All right, give me Cardano now. Full scholarship. Hey, there we go. Okay, we're starting to get some players. I'm going to go with Isaac Posh, see if I can get him. 3-star talent goaltender. Full scholarship. Nope. You really never know if you're getting a player or not until they reject you or accept. Come on, Whitehead. Full scholarship. I'm getting a full scholarship here. There you go. Okay, we got a goaltender. Give me Liam Steele. He's got 14 intelligence, I think. Yeah, 14 intelligence, 2-star ability, 5-star potential, 18 years of age. Let's go for it. Full scholarship. Yeah, there you go. Give me Tim Lindfors. Come on. Yeah. All right. So I think that's the last scholarship I can hand out. Oh, okay. Full scholarship is blanked out now. So I can still do partial scholarships, just not full. So another glitch I've been noticing here is when you go to nominate a player and then select cancel, it'll bring you straight to their player page instead of just backing out to the draft screen. That's another thing for the devs. I mean, maybe that's intentional. I don't know, but it seems a little annoying to me. Let's see. Let's nominate Tinling with a partial scholarship. Okay, cool. Give me Yuntorp, and I can't offer any partial scholarships now, so I only have one option, no scholarships. Got Yuntorp, so we're getting some players now. I'm slowly starting to figure this thing out, I think. Still very confusing, but at the very least, I am now getting players. Gustav Ozelinch. There you go. We got him on board. I'll go for Gustav Portillo. He's got the 19 intelligence. There you go. Eliasson, can I get you? Very nice. All right, so it seems like it's easier to get players later on. even without the scholarship. Let's try Elias Stenman now. Nice. He's got that 18 intelligence, so he'll be good to have on board. Oh man, this is so long. This is taking so long. Pick 861. I mean, I get that every team needs a lot of picks because, you know, they're not guaranteed a player that they nominate, but this takes a really long time. I mean, this is like a full episode of worth of content. I'm gonna take Zinchenko. Nice. Yeah, it definitely appears it's much easier to get players later on. I'm surprised this guy's still on the board. He's been here the whole time. The 3.5-star ability, 4.5-star potential as a goaltender. May as well try to get him. Yep, there he is. I mean, maybe there's a reason he was not being taken, but, you know, at this point, you know, it's nearly 1,000 picks in, so may as well take a chance, you know. And it's not like I've been failing to get any players recently. Ketinen, there it is. It's from Japan. Kenta is a guy. Yeah, give me is a guy. Nice. Oh, that's quite the name. Kaspar Konradson Kelvgaard. Definitely not how it's pronounced, but I think I'll take him anyway. Yep, he has joined us. All right, pick 1,163. This takes a while. Get some wingers in there. Holchak. There you go. And that is finally the end. Okay, so let's check out our unsigned. Yeah, that's what I thought this unsigned players was. So we have a lot of 5-star potentials now. Definitely good to see. Obviously, they're not going to be joining us right away. They'll be joining us next year, but good to have them committed to the college. So I think with that, we'll advance right up to before the verbal commitments, and then we'll end it off because, like, this has been such a long episode already. I was hoping to get through the entire season here, but I was underestimating how long that whole process would take. So we'll just advance to the end of the month here and see what happens. All right, we are on January 1st. We are 12-5-3. Not bad. I mean, we have, what is it? 14 games left in the season. And it looks like we're on a good pace for the playoffs. So is the playoff line here for the whole league? Like, is it just the top 8 that get into the playoffs? Because if so, then that might actually be really challenging in a league of 61 teams. I mean, we're almost there. We're in 14th. So we're close, but if it really is only the top 8 teams that make the playoffs, that's looking a bit tricky. So let's take a look at the stats and see what we're doing offensively. Sasson leads the team with 22 points in 20 games played. Then you have Birch with 20, and you have 19 for Wendt and Berger, 17 for Knubel and Granger, 16 for Gallant, 13 for Perbix, 11 for Shingoth, 9 for Larkin and Fulp, 8 for Bauer, Hilsendagger and Galambos, 7 for Fiedler, 6 for Bishop and Walders, 4 for Rome and Hilbrand, 3 for Brooks, 2 for Thrun and McDonald, 1 for Wash, 0 for everybody else. And in goal, you have a 903 save percentage for Rowe and an 890 for Hambly in 12 games played. So Hambly's been playing more recently. And let's check out the team stats. Goals for per game, we are 4th in the league with a 3.95. And goals against per game, we are 46th in the league with a 3.2. Not pretty. Face-offs, have we improved there? Nope, not at all. In fact, I think we have gotten worse. 45.8, 60th out of 61 teams. Ouch. Power play, has that improved at all? Yeah, it has. That was at like a 8% or something before. Now it's at a 14.3, so it's slightly better. Penalty kill, we're 52nd in the league with a 76.1. Could definitely be better there as well. There's obviously still a lot I don't know about the managing a team in the NCAA, but we'll figure it out as we go. So I think I'll end this one off here, and in the next one, we will get to the verbal commitments of year number 1 and hopefully get to the end of the regular season and head into the playoffs. See you guys then.